All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Up and In Show, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Want to come up here? No? All right. Lila was walking over. I thought she was going to make her appearance on the show. We hadn't had her yet. But thank you guys. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. Thank you for being here. If you guys are enjoying the content, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you guys can, share it. If anybody that you think might like this, I appreciate it. It goes a long way. I am still feeling a little crazy about doing all this stuff, but I will say I do feel like I missed the content this weekend. I kind of wanted to do it. I almost was like, I'm not going to take off the weekends. I'm going to do it every day. But I don't know. I'm still tossing it up, figuring out. Maybe, so I did a Saturday recap on my website, and I'm thinking maybe like a Sunday night MLB. Maybe we watch some Sunday night baseball, and I can like do some streaming or something like that. But yeah, anyway, wanted to jump on here early today. It's a beautiful day in Baton Rouge. And I really just wanted to share some of the things that I'm going through, reflect on some of the things I'm going through. Today is a bit of a tough day again. I'm just kind of in this moment, and I like to call it the suck a little bit. I'm definitely in the suck, but I'm embracing the suck. My business, of cards and culture that I've built over the last 4 or 5 years, just probably going to be parting ways with and moving forward, and it's going to be happening sooner than later in the next couple of days here officially. So just reflecting back on a lot of time spent there, a lot of money, energy, friendships, everything, sacrifices in my family and time, and I'm not walking away with much. I'm walking away with nothing, honestly. And so I think everybody is probably going to think I'm going to be doing okay during this time, but and financially and all that. But it is what it is, and again, I'm going to reflect and learn a lot from this experience. I don't know, it'll be good for me in the long run, and I'm excited about the next phases, like I shared with you guys on Friday. So, Cinco de Mayo, I'm choosing to focus on those vibes today, and I'm reflecting a lot because the chapter that I read today is one of my favorite ones. This was literally life it was so transformational for me when I first read this. The first time, actually, I got to grab the book, because we're gonna read a little excerpt from it. But today is not taking things personally. It's the second agreement in the 4 agreements. Lila's here on the ground, maybe she knows. But it was something that was really eye-opening to me, and there's a couple reasons and things that I want to share with you. But I think the first part to me that stuck out to me is the second agreement. Is don't take things personally, right? And it's not like, oh, we say that often, right? Like, oh, don't take it, this isn't personal. It's not personal, but you take it personally because you agree with whatever's said. But where is this piece? Anyway, it was really eye-opening to me because it was one of the most, it says like, it's one of the most selfish things that you can do. But anyway, I want to read these 2 pages. These are the 2 things that I wanted to read. The way you see the movie, the way you see that movie is according to the agreements you have made with life. Your point of view is something personal to you. It's no one's truth but yours. Then if you get mad at me, I know you are dealing with yourself. I am the excuse for you to get mad. And you get mad because you're afraid, because you're dealing with fear. If you're not afraid, there's no way you'll get mad at me. If you're not afraid, there's no way you will hate me. If you're not afraid, there's no way you'll be jealous or sad. If you live without fear, if you live with love, if you love, there is no place for any of those emotions. If you don't feel any of those emotions, it is logical that you will feel good. When you feel good, everything around you is good. When everything around you is great, everything makes you happy. You are loving everything that is around you because you are loving yourself, because you like the way you are, because you are content with you, because you are happy with your life. You are happy with the movie that you are producing, happy with your agreements with life. You are at peace and you are happy. You live in that state of bliss where everything is so wonderful and everything is so beautiful. In that state of bliss, you're making love all the time with everything that you perceive. So that to me is what this whole chapter is about. Really understanding that when you focus on not taking things personal, it puts things into perspective a lot. And what you're doing is realizing that everybody's going on in their own journey in life, right? And so when they say something negative to you, when they come at you and you don't take it personal, you can step back and understand, oh wow, they're really going through something. Oh my gosh, like, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm the variable in their equation, right? I am the trigger. I am the thing that is going to bring light to what's going on inside of them. So that was really, really transformational for me, because I think I did take things so personal for so long, and it is still a very, very active practice for me, but it is one of the most active practices that I do on the daily. It is literally ingrained in me now that when I start feeling something inside, especially when I'm feeling attacked, right? This person's coming at me. Why are they doing this? Why is somebody and it's that victim mentality that I catch immediately and say, why am I taking this personal? Okay, and I have perspective, and then I either realize, oh my gosh, I'm dealing with something inside of me that's fearful, and that's why I saw it that way, because that's actually not what's happening, right? Or, oh my God, I did see it correctly. That person just called me a fucking asshole for no reason. There must be something going on, right? Let's use a traffic example, right? Somebody beeps their horn at you, bang, and I'm like, what the hell? I was just going 65. What is happening right now? They're giving you the finger, right? All that. Well, they just found out that their mom has cancer and whatever, right? You never know. That's what I'm saying is, so they're dealing with something, then they took it out on you. It's not personal to you. And as long as I don't take it personal, well, fuck me, fuck you. Now I'm getting mad and I'm allowing it, right? And getting angry and all of that. And I think as humans, we forget that so much. So I think that's where, over my last couple of years since I've read this book, is I try to exercise empathy and compassion so much. So, hey, Anthony, you're really an asshole, or hey man, we had a really great connection, and then all of a sudden things went bad. I had a great relationship with a girlfriend and we got into a fight. I realized, okay, well, one, what was my role in this? Why did, and how can I be better? And then two, if I've exhausted that list of me first, and I can't figure out why something's still happening, then I will start looking and saying, okay, well, why did you take it personal? Can you not take it personal? Is there something that somebody else is going through, and can you have empathy and compassion for what they're going through and make this situation better, but then also maybe even connect with them, right? So that's something for me that's been really enjoyable, and I'll just kind of leave it here. But and then if you keep this agreement, you can travel around the world with your heart completely open and no one can hurt you. You can say, I love you, without fear of being ridiculed or rejected. You can ask for what you need. You can say yes, or you can say no, whatever you choose, without guilt or self-judgment. You can choose to follow your heart always. Then you can be in the middle of hell and still experience inner peace and happiness. You can stay in the state of bliss and hell will not affect you at all. So I think for me, that's my piece I want to leave everybody with today. Don't take things personally. I'm serious. It's a game changer for me. And again, I mean, literally, I feel better just reading that after what I started with in this message, right? And it started bringing me back into this mode of all these things. And then all of a sudden, I can switch perspective, and my whole day has changed. My whole perspective, or my whole energy in this moment, right, has changed. So I think those kinds of things are shifters that I think are so important to this human experience, because there's so many things that are out of our control. There's so many things that are constantly changing. And in today's world, technology, AI, blockchain, phones, instant, everything's happening so fast, right? The ability to shift your mindset, to change your state without having to drink or smoke or have sex or eat food or get sugar or get a Coke or whatever it is for you, right, is really important. So that's it. Don't take things personally. All right, quick shift. We're going to go into pop culture and business headlines. So this morning, I always have on CNBC. That's kind of my morning routine. I like to read in the morning. I take a walk with Lila. We get our morning sun. And then I'll sit here and I'll just watch a little bit of the news in the morning, and it's financial news. That's just really what I like. I don't really watch Fox News or CNBC. I only watch CNBC, and it's really just business news and and the only politics that'll come across are really what's happening, and how that's and how that's affecting the markets. And that's interesting to me because I like business. So today, Warren Buffett was on there, and this is a huge shift in the world. This is monumental. And again, this is coming back to documenting history right now, right? I was sitting on the couch this morning on May 5th, 2025, and in real time watched Warren Buffett say that he's going to step down as CEO. So that's crazy. Like, that's a crazy thing. And when we think about 100 years from now and this video comes out, that'll be pretty cool for my grandkids to be like, holy shit. Damn, great grandpa was fucking old, right? But no, this is like, it's interesting to see. And he was quoted saying that he's a little unsure about how tariffs are going to affect business, how they're going to affect life, and how they're going to, and he's just unsure. He's a little unsure. He's getting older, and he sees kind of the writing on the wall in the transition. So he thought it was the right time to step down. So I'm anxious to see, not anxious, I shouldn't say that. I'm interested and curious to see how that's going to shift the market, if it's going to shift the market, how people are going to look at things, what Berkshire Hathaway is going to do. They are sitting on a shit ton of cash. They always are. So it'll be interesting to see what moves they make, who steps in as CEO. I'm sure they've already announced it, and they've been planning this for a long time. But just wanted to document that. And then, with the topic of tariffs, I'm interested to see how that affects the overall economy, and then how that affects the collectible space, right? Because one of the factors that allowed me to move forward with this decision of moving out of cards and culture is the uncertainty of tariffs, right? So like, there's a lot of things that are produced overseas and in other countries that we rely on in our industry. So I'm interested to see how that goes, and it's a global trade world. That's what we live in, right? So as a business owner, there was a lot of uncertainty there. So I was interested to take this time to explore that and see where we shift and go as a country, as an economy, as a world, as the world, and what that does. Also for discretionary income, right? Because at the end of the day, whether you're an investor or a collector, our hobby and our strategy is really determined by our cash flow and our discretionary income. So, as a hobbyist and somebody who likes to rip packs or likes to go chase certain things, or just, the thrill of ripping Topps Chrome every single year or Bowman Chrome and chasing prospects, those boxes are going to be, they could be higher now because maybe the packaging comes from China, whatever, right? I know a lot of the cards are actually produced in Dallas, so, but I'm just saying, there's so many things that are gonna change the prices of things, and then if people, if the economy shifts, right, and we do go into any kind of recession, that's probably one of the first things, along with gym memberships, sports cards, it's already on wifey's list that we want to cut out. So when money starts changing, that's going to be a real thing, right? So interested to see how that goes. But then also, right, when the market changes, it's also an opportunity to buy. So I'm interested to see how it changes the higher end assets and the alternative asset class as a whole. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to think about. It'll be interesting to monitor. But again, as an investor, just look for opportunities to buy, but also be smart and understand where the market might be going and where your money might be going. And again, guys, this isn't financial advice. This is just information for you to think about, and for you to, when I start going live and stuff, let's start engaging about this stuff and talking about it. But I'm interested to see how that goes, and interested to see how it shifts. Jumping into sports, just basic stuff. NBA playoffs. The Warriors did win their first round matchup. I was a little nervous that they weren't going to win it after losing 2 in a row. They hadn't lost 3 in a row all year, so I was confident that they were going to win this one. But with Draymond Green's, comments at the All-Star game about them winning the whole championship, it was gonna be really loud for Draymond if they lost first round. So happy to see the boys move on. I think it's better when Steph's in the playoffs. So I really do. Sorry, Houston, it's not your time yet, but they'll be there. And then Aaron Judge just continues to put his name in Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig, Babe Ruth categories, which is crazy. Again, because he has been batting over 400 for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, and we're almost the beginning of May. We're 6 weeks into the season. He's 125 ABs in. That's crazy. I mean, he's a fifth of the way done in the season, and he's batting 400. So again, just crazy shit. Just I don't know what. There's not enough to say about this dude and what he's doing. I just again want to document this because this dude is a stud and something during our time that we have never seen before. And Buster Olney was quoted yesterday on SportsCenter saying the best right-handed hitter our game has seen. Yeah, guys covered a lot of baseball. Yeah. Another thing that I wanted to cover and talk about. I saw this on social media this morning, but Our friends over at Slabstock were talking about this 5 days ago, so kudos to Slabstock. My boy Aaron and Kayla collects, they're G's over there. And they did a cool piece kind of highlighting PCA's card market. And then on social media, I saw that through 34 games, PCA is actually outpacing Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 2024 season. So could we see the first 60-60 season this year right after Shohei just made this monumental 50-50? And then does that take away his 50-50 year if PCA did a 60-60? Also, I don't think it's out of the question to see a 56, so I don't know, we'll see. I don't know if PCA has that power to have 50 homers right now. Maybe he does, I don't know, but because the pop that kid has, I mean, he is explosive, and the ball jumps off his bat, and his swing is beautiful. So I don't know, maybe he does, maybe he's ready to do that. But I don't. My take, I don't think we see 60-60. I think he's still 60 bags all day. Like that's a definite. But I don't know about the pop. But interesting to see. And then, I mean, the numbers are crazy. So, again, 261 was the first sale this year for a PCA Bowman Draft refractor out of 499, PCA 10, on-card auto, 261. Which also, that's crazy. That can't be right. On 3/4/25, PCA sold for 261. Well, on 4/24/25, it sold for 650. I'd imagine it's got to be over 1,000 right now. That was also a week, 10 days ago. Dude's continuing to do this. So, and then after that news, right? So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This is PCA is the dude. I really like that guy. So, we'll see. His card market has already. What's the percentage on that? Let's see. 149%. That's gnarly. But yeah, guy's got 13 bags or 12 bags, I think, already, and he's got 9 homers. So I like the pace. It's fun. When PCA is good, when the Cubs are good, baseball is better. I really do believe that. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then for my final thing, I'm going to be honest with you guys. As much as I love sports betting, I've been taking some time and slowing down a bit. It's just, again, I kind of talked about it last week. It's not been my priority right this second with everything going on with the shop. And financially, I just got to be a little smarter, so I'm just holding my money. And honestly, I'm on a bit of a cold streak right now. And I think it's because last year I was in tune with the every game that was going on. I was in the shop watching them a lot. I was interacting with the breaks and my life has been in a little bit of a whirlwind right now. So I haven't been as locked in on games and stats and things like that. So my research isn't as crisp. My numbers hadn't been as great. I've been betting at like a 50% clip. Last year I was at 56, up to 60, some months 64, in 1 month last year 64%. So again, a little bit down from me. So instead, what I want to do is just talk a little bit about something that I've been pivoting to lately. And I don't put these picks out publicly, but this morning I was just waiting for my picket to refresh. Arbitrage. So arbitrage is a really nice tool that you can use to guarantee yourself profits. It's not as fun and exciting and adrenaline rushing, right? But it is profitable, and that's the whole point of this. We want to make money, right? So arbitrage, and in today's world with technology and the apps and that kind of stuff, there's an app called, I use Odds Jams. There's plenty of apps that do it. I know Odds Shopper also has a little version of it. And so does, Pickett uses Odds Jams. But Odds Jams is a great app, and you can go there, and basically what it does is it shops all of the legal sports books in your area, and it'll find the discrepancy in prices, right? For example, this morning, I locked in a 9% profit guaranteed on Tobias Myers strikeouts for the Brewers. As soon as the line came out this morning, I got lucky because I wasn't looking for this. I just knew I was going to talk about this today, so I was looking to talk about a specific pick. And sometimes with arbitrage, you got to be very, very fast because lines change very quickly depending on if it's a mispriced line, right? Other times, like in soccer, the line's up and they're just going with it and they're going to commit to it and know that there's some discrepancies and it'll change based on the way that bets are going to come in. But there's games up for Thursday that you can lock in a 10, 12% arbitrage on soccer games right now on Odds Jams. And so what that means is you're going to take both ends of a bet. So the app is going to find the best odds that can create the best arbitrage, which is the gap in the middle, right? So what I did this morning was the app found on Bet365 his over for 5+ strikeouts was plus 145, so I could bet $100 to win 145. And then on Fanatics, his under was 100. Even money. So you could bet $100 to win 100, right? So what I did was I bet $50 on, I forget what it was. One of them, my brain is a little fried this morning, but they have a calculator right there that shows you, hey, if you want to put in this on this side, this is how much you got to put on the other side. Anyway, I put in $50 and $40. I don't know exactly which, but anyway, one of them's, I can do the math. So if the $50 one, yeah, it does. I'm going to make $9. So on my $90 bet, I am going to net $9 profit no matter what, because one of them is going to lose, one of them is going to win, and that calculator created enough value on one of them that no matter what, and it's smart, pick the right one, and allowed me to make 9%. So then, right, if you want to go do 500 and 400, now you're making 90. If you want to do 5,000 and 4,000, you're making 900, right? And it's guaranteed, guys, at 7 p.m. today or whatever, I'm winning that bet. As long as Tobias Myers throws a pitch, I'm making that money. So, and if not, it's going to be void. So you're just getting your money back. But some books, you got to be careful because void bets do not give your money back on certain picks, like in soccer, right? So you just got to read the fine print. Most apps will let you know that. But again, arbitrage, very cool tip and tool that you can use to lock in profits if you're smart and you odd read and you know how to pick quick, because again, the odds can switch and you just got to make sure that you check, use your calculator, and if odds switch, make sure you go adjust the numbers and make sure you pay attention to that because it's very important. So again, you got to be sharp, you got to be ready, and be careful because you don't want to lock in one side and then miss the other side and then not have a cash out or have to take a lick on that cash out. So again, pay attention, be smart. And again, we're always betting with money that we can afford to lose and that we can take some risk with, right? So again, guys, I just wanted to talk about arbitrage. I'm going to stay away from any potential picks today. There's not a ton of games on the schedule. I'm going to sit these ones out. I'll probably put something in later tonight just to have some action because I enjoy when I do watch a game. And tonight I am going to watch the Dodgers game. They're playing the Marlins. It's the first game on the slate. Anytime I can watch Shohei Ohtani or Aaron Judge, I'm definitely locking in and doing that. So, guys, appreciate y'all being here. If you guys enjoy any of this content, make sure you guys share it with people. Please subscribe. If you guys are enjoying it and you guys want to DM me, I've already had 3 or 4 people reach out, which is awesome because, again, I had no expectations that people would actually sit through this and watch it. But I've had some really cool conversations, and I've connected with 3 different people individually so far. One of them that I just never even, again, I can't put myself in certain people's positions, but the things that certain people go through, are amazing. So as humans, we're pretty resilient. I love all of you, and I appreciate anybody who's made it through this video and continues to watch them. Peace, love, gratitude. See you guys tomorrow.